Hello, hi. My name is Tina Kavergich, and I am Northern Stamper. Today is Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. I just got to fan myself with all of these amazing designer series papers. I love it. It is February. We are going to focus on designer series paper. I love designer series paper. So let me put this down somewhere. And I wanted to talk to you about a DSP. DSP is actually all the kind of papers with all the really super pretty designs on it. So there's just a few that I just kind of grabbed. I'm just so excited. Thank you for joining me. And this is Takeaway Tuesday. Grab your packs, lady, for February 1st. You're going to love this card. I really focus on designer series paper. I love it. Okay, I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am located just east of Toronto in Ontario. It doesn't matter where you are in Canada. You can be anywhere. I've got friends all across that tune in and participate in activities and classes and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter where you are. Nowadays, we've all learned we can all get together over the internet. Oh, amazing thing. So, I have lots of friends, so it doesn't matter where you are. I got friends from my favorite place, Newfoundland. Yay! Hello! And Nova Scotia. Love that place. I've got friends in Alberta. I hope you're doing well. And Saskatchewan. I hope it's not too cold. And British Columbia. Hopefully the weather's really nice. I hope it's turned nice. Anyways, we are going to be doing some cards from the mini catalog in the celebration. These are great ways to get some free stamp set for celebration. When you spend $60 or $120, you can choose certain designer series papers or stamp sets and stuff like that. The mini catalog has a lot of great new upcoming stamps for spring, and if you don't have a catalog, comment below. I have a whole bunch that I am happy to mail out to you. So grab this. And let's get started. So before I start, good morning, Faye and Brenda, Joan and Sandra. Thank you for joining me. Stampin' Up! Has got something new coming out. I am so super excited. So super excited. It's called Waves of the Ocean. And it is available March 1st until May 2nd. Now, if many of you, have you seen is it a Chinese or a Japanese painting with the big waves coming over and stuff like that, and there's the little boats in there and the Mount Fuji in the background. Anyways, if you think of that painting with the big waves coming over, they have a stamp set and dies coming out with that. I'm going to show it to you here. My color print is a little bit off, but I wanted to show you. Look at that. Whoop, there we go. There's the waves. So these right here are, where is it? Those are dies. So these are different dies that you can get. So look at those waves. You know, put them over top each other. They're gonna look fantastic. Here's the stamp set, and where do I have it that it shows? It doesn't quite show, but let's see. So there's a wave. Whoops, a wave, and there's a pelican on some posts, and there's some wording over here, and it says, you're so totally awesome. Our friendship is a tiding of beauty. Happy birthday, and your strength is an inspiration. I am so super excited. Demonstrators can order this today. So it is already in my cart, ready to go. And not only do you get the stamp set and dies, they have gotta show you. Can't quite see because I had to print it out. They've got gorgeous designer series paper to go with it. Blue foil paper, specialty paper. Can't wait for that. That's going to make some really awesome waves with the dies. And they got, oh my gosh, look at these beautiful rhinestone wave jewels. Oh my gosh, they are Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and Pacific Point. Oh my gosh, I think, and I think I'm going to order like 10 of these as soon as I can. Right now I can only order a limited amount. But make sure that that is on your list. You want to grab that. I'm so excited. Going to order it today. So very excited for that. So that is a new item coming out. Demonstrators can order it today. So if you are, that is actually something that if you want to add it to your starter kit, you could just pop it in your starter kit and get it right away. Now, don't forget, if you join my team, it doesn't matter where you are in Canada, pop in $165 worth of goodies from any catalog, the mini catalog, the annual catalog, or even from the clearance section. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. It's a great deal that way. So choose $165 worth of product. You pay only $135. No tax, no shipping in most provinces. Plus, you get to choose 2 extra free stamp sets. So let that kind of percolate in the back of your mind. It is a good way to start up your supplies if you don't have any. So, what else have I got going on? March 6th, I have a very special class going on. It is called Friendly Hello. If you are a demonstrator and you have the Friendly Hello stamp set already, because it is a celebration item, love it. I have some packages left. This is great. Everything is pre-cut for you. It's $15. Drop me a comment or an email below and I will pop one out. I have all of them going out in the mail today. So watch those that have ordered. Watch your mailboxes for hopefully next week, or depending on where you live, a little longer. So the Friendly Hello stamp set, let me know if you want to join in on the class for that. That is March the 6th, and it's $15. What a deal! What a deal! Okay, so for today, make sure you have your February 1st package. It is in beautiful Highland Heather. And I'm going to be using the Gorgeous Grape ink. Make sure you grab that. So while you're grabbing that, I want to show you some of the cards I got in the mail. I know the mailmen are a little delayed, but I got this wonderful, wonderful card from Cindy. Thank you so much for sending it. I did receive it. It is a Christmas card, but that's okay. I love it. She used this beautiful embossing folder in the back. I don't know if you can tell. It's all floral. Beautiful. What a gorgeous job she did. And then she used some designer series paper, which was a specialty in December, around with some bling on it. It's fantastic. I love it. And this one's really interesting. I got this from my friend in British Columbia, Lorna. She's my pen pal. And check this out. She did this really cool technique on a card. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I got to try this. I'm going to keep this card out so I can give it a whirl. And then she heat embossed the little butterfly. Love it. This is such a fantastic card. I love it. I love getting cards. And my friend Joan sent me this really cool card. I just loved it. Used my like designer series paper, one of my favorite. But when I peeked inside, what a treat. I got this little bookmark, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. But then she wrote that it's like a little clip. So I got to figure out how to make this. I love this. Thank you, Joan. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to use it for when I read in bed. What an idea. I'm going to keep it and use it for all the great things I'm going to order. Look at this. I can stick it in. What? Now that is what we need to do. We need to make some of these, Joan. I'm going to find out, and we're going to make this so that whenever a catalog comes out, I can have little numbers and put it up with this. What a great idea. Joan, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Anyways, so, put those aside. Now, did you get your ink pads already? Gorgeous Grape, or if you don't have Gorgeous Grape, that's okay. Grab whatever you have. So, I wanted to show you a few things. As I mentioned, if you do join my team, doesn't matter where you are, I do have some activities that we have monthly. This month we did a fancy fold class. So that was in January, and we're doing another one in February. This is the fancy fold class I taught my team. So I love the designer series paper, and the daisies are one of my absolute favorite from the annual catalog. And actually in April for my birthday, we're going to be doing daisy classes. Oh, it's called a hidden paper clip. Thank you, Joan. I definitely going to do that. What a great idea. And I think I'm percolating in the back of my head a special class in the VIP group for that. Oh, I'm very excited. Got things going. So this is what we did. Our team made this fancy fold card. So check that out. Love the daisies, but look at that. It opens right up. Isn't that cool? So we all get together a couple of times a month and make some fancy fold cards and do some things or have some games. So we're going to be making another fancy fold card this month, and you don't want to miss that. So those that are on the team, make sure you have it on your calendar on the 22nd, I believe. So here's another card we made, and so this one stands up. Okay, so stands up like that, and it is like a little square. It turned out really super cool. I don't know if you can see, I got ribbon, ribbon there and stuff like that. Oh, good morning, Darlene. So there we go. Check that out. That was a lot of fun. So we do have a lot of fun with our team, and we're trying to get really more busier and connect, and hopefully you will join us. What is that fold called? I'm not sure if it was this one. I should find out and post it. I get so excited when I see things that I just start making them, and then I didn't write on here what fold it is. I'd like to call it a pennant fold. I don't know if that's what it's called, but sounds right because it looks like a little pennant, a flag pennant. So let's just call it that for now, and I'm not sure what this one's called. But I will look them up and I'll post the info up or above. Okay, any questions? Oh, yes, designer series paper. Watch today. I am going to do later this afternoon a very special card in the VIP group using designer series paper and a whole bunch of little pieces, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. This is absolutely super cool. Love it. So that's a reason to be part of the VIP group, and when you're a part of the VIP group or you're with my team, you get to see this. So I have a lot of activities coming on. So if you have any questions, pop them below and I will answer them as we go along. So in the meantime, hold on. Gotta put you on the camera mount. Hold on. Let's see. Hopefully I won't lose anybody. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, there we go. There. Oh, can you see? There we go. Okay, got a wire in the way. Got too much going on here. Too much happening. As I said, my name is Tina Kavergich, and I am the Northern Stamper. If you have any questions, please drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. Okay, so as I mentioned, make sure you have your package. Let's get this all nicely set up. And I have no tape here to tape down my stuff. So just in the meantime, I shall just tape it down with my adhesive so it doesn't move. Okay. Ooh, more cards. Got to show you more cards. I love cards. Okay, I was kind of tooling around this week. I don't know about you, but I've had a kind of a very interesting week. Oh, Corinne and Maxine, my friends from the West, from the Prairie area. Thank you for joining me. So I was tooling around with these little hedgehog guys, so super duper cute. As soon as I stamped them, like I saw them in the catalog and I thought how cute they are. But once I stamped them, I am totally in love. So I've got to make cards with that. So this month, as I mentioned, is all about designer series paper, and here are some designer series paper I got started. So this has a little bit of the gingham embossing folder. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not finished yet. I'm still kind of working. Maybe I'll put a little hedgehog or something on there. I don't know. And so I wanted to show you, these are in progress, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Oh, my Saskatchewan green shirt. Thank you. Thank you. So, and this is just with the designer series paper that is free from the Celebration catalog. And I wanted to show off how pretty the paper is. I wanted to really focus on the paper, and I mounted it on a black cardstock, and the frame is in Calypso Coral, so I might add a little bit more to that, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty just the way it is. Now this is one of the new designer series paper that is coming out as a specialty, and it's all black and white. And I had started this, so I did some with the blending brushes and this. I'm still working on this, so trying to figure it out. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully you've got your ink and your package. So let's get started on that. If you have any questions, drop them below. And in the meantime, let's see what we have in here. Okay, so I'm going to open up the package, and we'll go through. Be careful, there is a couple of pieces that you're going to need. Also, you definitely need a trimmer with this card. We're going to be using the trimmer. What is the frame? The frame, where is that one? This is the frame. I want to say, where's my catalog? I want to say that is Comfort. Oh my goodness, it just got out of my head. It is called Scalloped Contours, and it's in the annual catalog, so it's this one right here. A Scalloped Contour dies, and these dies are all just labels. One of them is a flower, and two of them are flowers. Don't know if you can see too well, but they're really, really excellent for if you're going to add some dies. Scalloped Contour dies, $48. You can buy this as a bundle with the stamp set for $69, and I strongly suggest getting the bundle if you can, because you know what, I used to sometimes just order the dies itself and not get the bundle, and then I'd kick myself later for not just, you know, putting out just a little bit more money and saving on the 10%. And if you're a demonstrator, you save even more, so you get your 20% or 25% plus the 10% off on this. So it is better to buy a bundle. And actually, this stamp set is actually very, very pretty. So it is on page 158 of the annual catalog. So make sure you add that to your order or your starter kit or whatever. Okay, back to the card. So we have our card base, which is Highland Heather. Let's put that aside. We have a piece of white. Okay, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's place that aside. That is going to be our mat. Inside is, I've already pre-punched some little hearts. One was a scalloped and one in basic white. So we got that. Let's place that aside. A little piece of ribbon. And 1, 2, 3 pieces of designer series paper. Now, when we do this card, you will have leftovers, so make sure you hold on to your leftovers to make other cards. Now, depending which way you want to cut it, whether you want it to be landscape or portrait, which is up and down, it is totally up to you. I'm going to be doing this landscape, so long. So I'm looking at this, and these images are sideways. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use the back side. Okay? And let's see what we got here. And what I want to do is I want to have my... So I'm going to be using these 3 colors. Yours in your pack may look a little different. Just choose whatever image of the designer series papers that you like. Have one that is kind of stands out. Or, you know, it's up to you. Ooh, turn it over and look what you got. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a tough choice. Okay, I think I'll stick with my original. Okay, so I have these pieces now. What we're going to do, take these 3 pieces of designer series paper, and we're going to place them all together as if they're one. Okay, place them together and get your trimmer. Okay, so let's get our trimmer. And you got to hold on to these pieces, and as we cut them, you got to keep them in order. So you're going to cut, pick it up, and put it off to the side so that they're in order. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun, and this is one of my favorite things to make. All right, so I've got them all placed together. Okay, got your papers. And I'm going to take my trimmer, and it doesn't matter how wide you do this. You can make it really thin or very fat. It doesn't matter. Good morning, Sue. Thank you for joining me. Is it cold up where you are? I haven't been up to visit you for so long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it in the trimmer, and I'm not going to place it straight up and down. I don't want it straight. I want it on an angle. So I'm going to place it and hold your pieces together. And I'm just going to place it in. I'm not going to have too much of like a strong angle, but just a little bit. Okay, so let's place it in, close it up. The first cut is going to be difficult, so hold on to it and slowly cut through. Okay, so I got that. Going to hold it, lift up your ruler, and I'm going to take this piece, all three pieces, hold them together and place them off to the side. Okay, I have these again. I'm going to hold it, and now instead of the same angle, I'm going to go kind of the opposite way, and you're going to do that all the way across. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Hold it and cut. Lift it up and carefully move it off to the side beside the next one. So you want them to be in order. So just keep kind of going. It doesn't matter how fat they are, as long as you're holding them together. So what an exciting week I had, I gotta tell you. So it's quite cold out, and on Saturday, I don't know where you live. I live in a very rural area, so I don't have regular like natural gas heating. I have propane. So in the winter, when it gets really cold, and with all the people we have in our house, our heating is running like all the time. Our hot water tank is running all the time on propane. And what happens is, apparently on the weekend, it ran out. So we were out for all of Saturday, Sunday, and finally got it back Monday, late Monday. So it was a whole whopping 12 degrees in the house. I gotta tell you, it was a little chilly. So I don't know about you. So once I got the propane back, I cranked up the heating to like 24 and had it sitting there since Monday. Okay, there we go. So it feels like down south right now. So I've got my pieces. Okay, I'm going to bring them back. They're all in order. Carefully bring them back in. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take one piece from each one and make some designs. Now with the leftovers, you can continue this and make another card. So what I want to do, I'm going to take my piece of white. There we go. Got that on top. And I'm going to work on the colors that I want. Oh, sounds like you're both the first. Yeah, it was really cold. Yeah, Sandra, you'd understand what it's like. My goodness. Yeah, a little chilly. So I'm going to take the first piece and I'm going to lay it down. So I want to start with a nice design. Okay, the next one. I'm not going to take the design. I want something beside it that's a little bit kind of, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do purple. Let's try this. Oh, I like that purple. Okay. So I've taken that from the second strip. And make sure you keep these in order, okay? All right. That's the second strip. All right. And I'm going to my third strip, and I'm going to pull out one of them. And I'm just going to keep going across. So I'm going to put that aside. And I'm going to keep, because I have the design that I want, I'm going to go back to the first one and repeat that. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to move that off to the side. Keep them in order so when you make your next card, you will be able to have the same shapes beside each other. There we go. The next one. Okay, let me bring that down a little bit so that you can see. Now, what I'm doing now is just laying it out so that I can see if I like the design. Okay, so what was that? The next one would be the blue. Pull out the blue and place it on. Now, when you get to the very end one will be a little larger. So what you want to do is, what was the next one? Yeah, oh, look, we're back to that. What I'm going to do is actually, when I'm ready to glue it down, I will cut this one just a little shy, okay? Because you can see it goes over a little bit. So I'm going to wait for this one when I do the gluing, and then I will cut it. So let's get those other ones off to the side, right? And bring this down. And I'm going to get my glue. And I think I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue. It's $5.50. What a great price. And really, this glue is really good. You don't need that much. It goes a long way. Just add a little dot, kind of mush it around. Very technical. And I'm going to take that and start on my design. And I'm going to line it up, top and bottom. Whoops. And the liquid glue will give you some time to kind of shift it around. Now, if you follow in my VIP group, I'm going to have some great tips and some tips and on how to save money and to craft on a budget. So make sure you're part of that VIP group, and plus make sure you join my newsletter, which is listed above, because I'm going to have some special tips and crafting on a budget type articles in there. So I am working on that. So a little bit of glue, and I'm going to continue along. So I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to leave a little space in between, a little bit of white. I love crafting with designer series paper. One of my favorites. So I don't know about you, but Stampin' Blends are my favorite, and there are new ones coming out in April. I can't wait. And the new Stampin' Blends that came out for the skin tone colors, fantastic. Not just for the skin tone colors, they are absolutely gorgeous colors to use for like trees and bark, and oh, it is, you know what, love. Stampin' Blends are my number one. I will go on forever talking about them, but designer series paper is next on my list. I love designer series paper because you can do so much with it. So I'm going to keep going across. Now I am at the last one. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to take, I'm going to lay this down, and I'm just going to take a little pencil, and I'm going to make a little mark on where I can cut it. So I can see it's kind of overhanging a little bit there. I'll come in a little bit, and it should come right about down here. And I'm going to cut on that. Connect those two little dots that I made in the trimmer, and just cut. There we go. And if you see the little pencil marks, you can just erase them. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do. There's a little bit of pencil mark. So don't forget to sign up for my newsletter and join the VIP group. Now the VIP group is for my team members, plus those that are new to stamping or are non-demonstrators. If you are a demonstrator, you are very, very welcome to continue to follow this page or join my newsletter to see some of those tips and tricks. All right, let's add that on. And there we go, voila. Now I'm going to let that dry. And one thing, if it starts curling up, what you can always do is take one of the clear blocks and place it on top, and the weight of it will just kind of keep the glue down. And really, the liquid glue only needs a couple of, like, less than a minute to adhere, and it works really well. And so I have this little funky little glue holder So if you would like a funky little glue holder for $15, I can mail that out to you. And so it sits in here. And so as it sits in, the glue all drips down to the bottom, so it can be either way. So this is fantastic. I love it. So look at that. Love it. So I've got a lot of little things. So I'm going to put this off to the side, let that dry, and in the meantime what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sentiment on my little white heart and my, oh come on, where did it go? I had the cut, oh, it's right in front of me. I had the gorgeous grape. Sometimes I put things down and I cannot find them for the life of me. You should see my craft room. I'm going to take you on a tour of my craft room maybe this month and show you everything I got. And I quickly had to clean up because I wanted to show you a stamp set, and for the life of me I can't find it. Ah, that's the way it goes. Okay, I'm going to be using from the Special Moments. Now this is a celebration item at $120. This is so worth the $120 because of the sentiments in here. Like really, really fantastic. Really great purchase. So, and because they're polymer stamp sets, you need something underneath. So I'm going to, oh, what did I use to cut the hearts? What in the annual catalog are 2 punches, and they're hearts. There are 2 heart punches in the annual catalog, and one is a scalloped and one is a regular, and they come together. And so you want to, that's what I'm using. Huh, Carol has trouble finding stamps too. Yeah, I lost a stamp set, and for the life of me, I cannot find it. So I'm going to pop in a sentiment in this little heart. Okay, you can always use a catalog or something underneath, but you just need some kind of cushion because these type have no cushion at all. Now there are other stamps, like the red stamps, like these ones. You'll notice there is a slight cushion between the stamp and where the block goes, and that will absorb the pressure. On the polymers, they don't have that, so you need something that you can have a little bit of pressure on, and that's where this mat comes in. Okay, that's just a little tip for you. Okay, so if you're stamping and you have a clear one and you're stamping straight onto a hard base and it doesn't come out, that is why you need something underneath. Okay, so I've got my little heart. Oh, look at that. Where would I be without a friend like you? I love this. Fits so nice. And I'm going to add some adhesive and pop that in. Okay. All right. And with the ribbon, you can make a little bow. Hopefully it's long enough and you can make a bow. You know, I don't know about you. Sometimes you hear me talk. I'm not the greatest bow maker. So I'm going to cut them on an angle. And I'm going to pop it behind the heart, bring back in my card, and actually let's get our card base before we put this together. Let's glue it onto our card base. Love this color. Comment below if you're a purple gal. I love the color. I'm not quite purple gal, but I just love this. I love green. But with the Stampin' Up! Colors, I'm having a hard time always choosing what's my favorite color. So some days I love purple, some days I love blue. Oh, look at that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where I want to place this ribbon. Now I've got extra ribbon left over, so why don't I use it, right? Maybe I'll put it like that. Right. Oh, what a smart idea. Love it. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm so excited. I love it when a plan comes together and I don't have my tape with me. So I'm going to have to improvise and add some tape there. So I'm going to take my piece. I'm going to make a little, what kind of tail is that called? I'm not exactly sure what kind of tail that is. Let's just put that down. And I'm going to do that for the other side. There we go. Just like as if it's going across. Press that down. Normally I would use tape to hold it, but look, I'm improvising. Let's get our Stampin' Dimensionals. These are all important things you need to have when you're card making. Stampin' Dimensionals. glue, blocks, add those to your starter kit. If you need some help, let me know. And I'm telling you, the best way to stock up your items and everything is with the starter kit. And don't worry, I will never leave you high and dry with ideas and support. I am here to support and help you. Oh my gosh, look at that. And you can contact me at any time, and we will get together. So, oh, okay, so I'm just going to I just grabbed the elements, some elements that are just closest to me, and these are called classic matte dots. And I'm just going to add a few, and I'm going to use the white ones, and I'm just going to add a couple around. So I wanted you to know that, you know, it doesn't matter what you use. Like, I literally just grabbed this. This was not planned to have these elements used on this card. But I thought, okay, I wanted to show you that you can use anything that you got. Oh, let's place it over here. Okay. Just add a little bit. Oh, they look like little candies to me. Now I'm starting to get hungry. Oh, maybe I'll put it right there. Take some of that glue off. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, a little bit of elements on there. There we go. And, oh, don't forget Winkostella. Great idea! Great idea. I'm going to add some Winkostella to these hearts, paint it on, so they look like a little bit of shiny hearts. Oh, Sandra, thank you for saying that. It's so nice of you. I am definitely here to help you, and I want you to have the best time and to have fun with crafting. So if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to actually add a little bit to the edge here. It's like a little paintbrush. I think I'm getting a little carried away with the Winkostella, though. I could paint Winkostella on everything. Okay, just carefully going around the edge. I guess I could have done this before, but I never thought of it. There we go. All the way around. Just like a little paintbrush. Ah, that's fantastic. What do you think of that? I love it. That looks really, really cool. So, what do you think of today's card? Now, you should have enough pieces left over that you can repeat this with all of these pieces of scraps. Okay? So, the white, just so that you know, I'm going to tell you again, the white is, let me write this down. Grab a pen. You're going to cut the white mat, if you're going to repeat this, at 4 inches. So it's 4 inches across. Sorry, no, 4 inches high. So it's 4 inches high by 5 1/4 inch that way. So there are the dimensions if you're going to repeat that. Okay? So that's what you're going to cut the basic white to. Make your card base as if you normally would, but so the white you need to make sure, because these pieces are all cut for that to fit in there. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. Comment below. Drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. Don't forget to join the VIP group, or up above, join the weekly newsletters. I got some ideas, some suggestions. I try and give you as much information as I can. And I will see you next time. Let me know what you think. There we go. We got a nice, cute little Valentine card. Though, sorry, Betty, I know you're not a purple fan, but tell me, what is your favorite color? Anyways, have a great day and stay warm. Take care, and I'll see you next time.